Jay-Z's legal team pushes back against allegations. Jay-Z's legal team is mounting an assertive and comprehensive defense against allegations in a civil lawsuit accusing him of raping a 13-year-old girl at a party hosted by P. Diddy over 2 decades ago. The high-profile case, which has drawn substantial public and media attention, also implicates P. Diddy as a co-defendant. Jay-Z's attorneys have filed numerous motions, arguing that the lawsuit should be dismissed due to inconsistencies in the plaintiff's claims, questions surrounding the statute of limitations, and procedural irregularities. The lawsuit, originally filed in October, identifies the plaintiff as Jane Doe, whose anonymity has been temporarily upheld by the presiding judge. Jane Doe amended her complaint late last year to specifically name Jay-Z as Celebrity A. According to the lawsuit, the alleged assault occurred in September 2000 during an exclusive after-party following the MTV Video Music Awards. Jane Doe asserts that she was invited to the party by P. Diddy's limousine driver, who allegedly described her as Diddy's type. Upon arriving at a large gated residence, Jane Doe claims she was required to sign a non-disclosure agreement before entering. She alleges that she consumed a drink she believes was Spike and was subsequently assaulted. Her accusations include being raped first by Jay-Z, followed by P. Diddy, while another unnamed female celebrity allegedly witnessed the incident. Afterward, Jane Doe states she fled to a nearby gas station, where her father picked her up. However, significant discrepancies in Jane Doe's narrative have surfaced, casting doubt on her account. For instance, she claimed to have spoken with Good Charlotte's Benji Madden that evening, but Jay-Z's legal team has presented evidence suggesting Madden was not in New York at the time of the alleged incident. Moreover, Jane Doe's father, in an interview with NBC News, stated he had no memory of picking her up from the gas station and was unaware of the alleged events until recently. Legal challenges and argument. Jay-Z's attorneys are also contesting the lawsuit on several technical grounds. The case relies on the Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Act, GMVPA, which went into effect in December 2000, 3 months after the alleged assault. Jay-Z's team contends that the act cannot be applied retroactive. Furthermore, they argue that even if retroactivity were allowed, the alleged incident took place outside New York City's jurisdiction. They also assert that the lawsuit exceeds the statute of limitation, which had already expired before the GMVPA was amended in 2019. Prominent criminal defense attorney Serena Townsend has weighed in on the matter, noting that Jay-Z's legal team is employing an aggressive and strategic approach. While she acknowledges the strength of their argument, Townsend emphasizes that zealous advocacy must be balanced with professionalism to avoid alienating the presiding judge or jury. The defense's reliance on technical arguments, while legally valid, may be perceived as overly dismissive of the plaintiff's claim, a factor that could influence the court's overall impression of their case. Credibility concern. Jane Doe's credibility has become a focal point of the case, particularly following her public interview with NBC News. During the interview, she admitted to errors in her initial statements, including inaccuracies regarding timelines and the identification of individuals. Her legal team, led by renowned attorney Tony Busby, is expected to argue that the trauma she experienced has impaired her memory. To support this claim, they are likely to call expert witnesses who can explain the psychological impact of trauma on memory recall. However, these inconsistencies may significantly undermine Jane Doe's case in the eyes of both the court and the public. Legal analysts point out that trauma-related memory gaps are common in cases involving abuse, and jurors may need to weigh expert testimony carefully to determine whether such gaps are reasonable given the circumstances. Conversely, Jay-Z's attorneys are expected to exploit these inconsistencies to paint Jane Doe's account as unreliable and fabricated. Additional complications. While Jane Doe's anonymity remains intact for now, legal experts anticipate that her identity will eventually need to be disclosed to allow the defense to mount a full and fair preparation. Townsend explains that while protecting victims' privacy is essential, it must be balanced against the defendant's constitutional right to confront their accuser and prepare their defense adequately. This tension between victim privacy and due process is expected to become a central issue as the case progresses. P. Diddy, the lawsuit's first-named defendant, is simultaneously facing multiple other civil suits, alleging sexual misconduct and participation in a sex trafficking ring. Legal analysts warn that Jane Doe's case could set a precedent, potentially opening the door for additional lawsuits against Jay-Z if others come forward with similar allegations. This prospect adds another layer of complexity to an already contentious legal battle. The implications of this case extend beyond the immediate parties, as it could influence how courts handle similar high-profile lawsuits in the future. Future outlook. At this stage, Townsend believes Jay-Z's legal team holds the upper hand due to the inconsistencies in Jane Doe's statements and the procedural hurdles surrounding the lawsuit. However, she cautions that the case is still in its early stages, and unexpected developments or new evidence could dramatically shift its trajectory. Legal proceedings are unpredictable, and high-profile cases like these often take surprising turns as they unfold. Both sides will need to present compelling arguments if the case proceeds to trial, and public interest is likely to intensify as more information becomes available. Additionally, Townsend notes that Jane Doe's legal team may attempt to refocus the case on broader patterns of alleged misconduct, potentially drawing parallels to similar allegations against other celebrities. The legal strategies employed in this case are likely to set a benchmark for handling complex lawsuits involving powerful individuals. If Jay-Z's defense continues to successfully highlight procedural issues and inconsistencies, it could deter future lawsuits from advancing without substantial evidence. Conversely, if Jane Doe's team can rally public and legal support, the case may bolster the rights of victims to hold celebrities accountable, even in situations where the odds appear stacked against them. Broader implication. This case not only highlights the challenges of pursuing justice in high-profile lawsuits involving celebrities, but also underscores the intricate interplay of legal strategy, public perception, and the psychological impact of trauma. Jane Doe's allegations, while serious and deeply troubling, face significant hurdles in terms of both credibility and legal viability. As more details emerge, the case is poised to remain a major focal point in the media and public discourse. Public reactions to the case could also influence broader conversations about accountability, victim advocacy, and the power dynamics often present in celebrity culture. The outcome of this case may shape future legal strategies in similar lawsuits, and could prompt discussions about the need for legislative changes to address gaps in existing laws. Moreover, the cultural and societal implications of this case extend far beyond the courtroom. It raises questions about how allegations of this nature are perceived and handled in a society that often idolizes celebrities. The balance between respecting victims' experiences and ensuring fair trials for the accused remains a delicate and contentious issue. Whether this case leads to changes in public attitudes or legal standards, its ripple effects are certain to influence both the entertainment industry and the broader legal landscape. Closing thoughts. Jay-Z has vehemently denied all allegations and has not faced criminal charges related to these claims. This unfolding legal battle serves as a stark reminder of the complexities involved in navigating the intersections of law, trauma, and public scrutiny. What are your thoughts on this intricate and highly charged legal case? Do you believe the defense's strategy will ultimately prevail, or could emerging evidence turn the tide in favor of the plaintiff? Share your perspectives in the comments below, and don't forget to follow us for in-depth updates on this and other pivotal legal stories shaping today's headlines.